Hello, Penny here from Graceful Body, your fitness instructor. I'd love to take you through a session. So set this time aside for yourself and your well-being, and let's do this together. Just setting up a mat. You may wish to have a chair handy, or you could find a wall for some of our balance work, or you could go without. I'll leave it to you. So just taking a few moments now to just notice your balance down through your feet. And just starting to move gently forward and back. Moving your balance forward, for example, towards your toes. And noticing how the rest of your body responds to hold you there. Coming through center and then carefully taking your balance back towards your heels. And notice how your body responds to hold you here as well. And then between that front and back, find that in between place as much as possible for now. Because it's about to change. Check also for me, please. What does it feel like to shift and favor one side? Go through your center, that midline of the body, and then over to the other side. Just a couple like this here as well. And all the while starting to keep the breath nice and comfortable, perhaps a little bit deeper. And once again, finding that in between place between your right and left and right for now. Just somewhere in the center. Lovely. Next, check for me. Our knees, sometimes here they lock back because they can. In fact, let's do a few movements here where you bend down through your legs more. And notice that grounding down through the feet and some of the muscles starting to work to keep you here. And then that idea of pushing the ground away from you and lengthening up tall through your spine. Like there's a marionnettist and they're drawing you up. There's up from the crown of the head to the ceiling. And then they're gently letting you go, just down a bit until you bend your legs, that little bounce almost. And then that lengthening through the body. So we get that lengthening and we get that small compression and grounding down. And lengthening again through the spine and coming down. And then find that place where you can be reasonably tall without that locking in, and reasonably comfortable here without that complete letting go. So somewhere in between. And then that's the perfect setup now for 3 spinal roll downs. So take a nice breath in. Inhale through your nose and exhale slowly out through pursed lips. Start to curl down from your upper back. Your arms can reach and hang forward. Scoop up through your abdominals as you lower down through your upper back, the middle of your back, your lower back. You can bend your legs more at any stage. When you're half upside down there, check your balance down through your feet, that front, back and side to side, so it's even. And then start to come back up. Inhale with your next exhalation, for example. Start to stack yourself back up from your lower back, the middle of your back. Slowly coming up your upper back. Shoulders and arms space, neck, your head. Nice. 2 more like this. Nice breath in, and then when you're ready, begin your curl down. Support this back body stretch by drawing in through your abdominals from your front body there. All the way down, firm through your feet. That lovely stretch as well for the backs of your legs. Take care. You may need to bend the knees a little bit or a lot. Release your head and neck a little bit more. And the muscles on your face even. And then prepare to come back up. Slowly coming up, firm through your feet. Your leg muscles, your glutes are helping you gather yourself back up to standing nicely. all the way up. And just one more like this. Now that we've got it, enjoy that deeper stretch when you get there. Pulling all the way down. Support the movement, the stretch with your abdominals, with your firm feet, the leg muscles, and let your upper body release and relax perhaps a little bit more. You can bend through your legs more to stretch your back body, and then perhaps straighten them a little bit. Your hamstrings will tell you how much. Take care. And two more like this while you're there. Feel free, however, to come up at any stage. If this is too long to be upside down, we're almost there. Well done. And then slowly coming back up. So we'll meet back up in standing. All the way up. A few little shoulder rolls now. Take your shoulders up, back and down. Up, back and down. And again, up, back and down. Interlace your fingers behind your body. And open and stretch some more. Lift up through your sternum. Lift. You could even stretch up through your throat. Lengthen your neck. Looking up. And looking back at your horizon at each other. Then once more, you could stretch all the way up. And then back at each other. For the last one, change your hand grip at the back so the other thumb ends up on top. Opening up in that stretch, gently draw in through your abdominals, through the front body, supported, shoulders down and back. Get that stretch. And then we'll meet back. And now you can stay there. I'm just going to show you the next one by turning sideways. We're going to make that back bend stretch now a little bit bigger. So firm through the legs. If you like, you could even bring your feet together for an extra balance challenge. Otherwise, keep them a little bit apart for now. See how you go. We're going to do 3, so you'll have options. Interlace your fingers once again. Draw in through your abdominals, firm through the feet, the legs and glutes. Lift up through your sternum. You can even get that stretch for your throat. Or you can look up higher. Take care of yourself. Now, squeeze through the glutes a little bit. Bring your hips forward. Firm through your toes, your legs. And then slowly coming up. One more. Change the hand grip for me, please. Once again, lift up nice and tall, lengthening your spine. Remember that idea of lengthening from earlier. Keep that idea as you lift up through your sternum, firm through the legs, hips forward, still drawing in through your abdominals. It's all happening. And then come back up. I hope that's starting to feel nice. I'd love to add on something here with you. So what's going to happen now is take your arms out to the side. It's going to look like this. 2 right angles, and here we are. And now we're going to inhale as you exhale, that same idea, opening up, and perhaps even extend the arms out. Turn the palms away from you, shoulders down and back. Get an extra lovely stretch across your forearms, wrists, and then back to that right ankle, and then down. Did that feel all right? That's just another variation you can take to stretch and open up your front body. And now another one yet again will be to clasp up. I'll just show you this way. Clasp your elbows, still side there, shoulders down and back. And now it's going to be taking the elbows across to one side, center, and over to the other side. So we're probably still facing like this. You might inhale center, for example, exhale to the other side. Let's do one more each way. Good. And then come back to center. Nice. Let's keep going. Now I'd like you to take a wider stance with your legs and just a slight turning out of the feet so we can get all the leg muscles and the glutes working, among other things. So make sure you look after your knees. It's not about turning out the legs for major mobility and flexibility here. It's more about just warming up and building strength and flexibility as evenly as we can. So here we are. So now You're drawing up through the abdominals, nice and active as well through your legs. You might inhale here, and as you exhale, you can reach out through your arms and imagine it's like you're sliding up and down a wall. So while you're there, just take a moment here. So I don't want you to be sticking your bottom back like this. I want you to keep that lovely stability through your abdomen, and then you'll feel the muscles working. And then, like Penny, stop talking because we're still in this and we're feeling it, and coming up. And again, inhale as you exhale, come into it for a second one. Hold it here. And now to pass the time, we'll add an arm movement and coordinate that with this strength building. So you might bring your arms forward, palms come together, pressing in, and then opening up. Coming to the front, pressing in, and then opening up. One more like this. Palms coming in, and then opening up, and come on up. One more to go. Inhale as you exhale, come into this thing. Lovely. And now, we could keep it like this for a little while longer, or you could choose to bring one heel up, both heels up, hold it there for a little bit longer, or we can add some pulsing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels down if you brought them up. And then coming up, give it legs a little bit of a shake, and let's add a side stretch to this as well. So for the next one, inhale as you exhale, come into that wide stance position. You can bring the arms out, inhale as you exhale. Now I'll go to you can go to your right or left first, I don't mind. We'll do both sides. So coming up and over that top arm, shoulders down and back, and drawing in through your abdominals, and get a lovely side stretch here. And then back to center. Inhale to prepare, exhale over for the stretch. Stay strong through the lower body and support through the abdomen. And then come back, lovely. And again, one more on each side. And now I'm going to start to hand out surprises. So that bottom arm, I want you to test that. You can, wave it, sweep it, and perhaps even reach it up and over. Shoulders back. Chin gently tucks in. Good. Now, strength and flexibility working together. Very good friends here. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, come up. And over to the other side. Come up maybe, shake it out in between. And now that you know what you're in for, let's do it. Inhale as you exhale into that lunge. Over for your side stretch. Nice. And then test that bottom arm that you are also using strength here, together with your flexibility and freedom for movement. And now that bottom arm reaches across as well. Shoulders down and back, chin gently tucked in, just to look after the back of the neck. Inhale to prepare, for example. Exhale, come up and coming up. And now the final one. Similar idea, but we're going to go straight into it. Inhale, exhale into that stance. Reach your arms up above your head. Keep that rib to hip connection or that support through your abdominals. Inhale. As you exhale over to one side. Whew, that's nice. Good. This could be enough, or interlace the fingers. Reach away with your knuckles more. Oh. And even turn the palms away from you. Trying to pass the time here to get a deeper stretch here with you. And well done, center. Coming up, and just the other side to go. Inhale as you exhale, come into it. We're going to reach the arms up. Inhale, exhale, over. Strength and flexibility working really closely together now. Nice. And once again, you can interlace your fingers and reach through. Oh, this could be a new favorite. Turning the palms away from you. Get that extra stretch. And then coming up. And all the way up. Shake it out. How are you feeling? Are you beginning to warm up through your muscles? Okay, so now I took that as a yes. So now what we're going to do is we might start to come on down for some floor work. On the way there, we're going to use the roll down, monkey crawl our hands forward into a little downward dog stretch and go from there. So let's do this. Inhale, as you exhale, begin your curl down. You know how this one works now. Remember, you can bend your legs. And then when you start to reach the ground, walk one hand forward, then the other, and the other, until you create a lovely pyramid shape with your body. And now we'll do for 3. Inhale, you can lift your heels and hips up off the floor as high as you can. And almost feel like you're pushing the ground away from you with your hands, that lengthening up principle. Then keep that lengthening as much as you can. Your hips are high and you're trying to get your heels down at the same time. Keep your hips high as your heels try to get down. They might not make it all the way down. And then 2 more. So you're going to lift up, 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 up. Really, really high. Up, up, up through your hips. Keep them high. And now you're just trying to get your heels down. Keep the length in your spine. Nice. And 1 more together. Lifting up, 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 up. Nice and high. You could even walk the feet in a little closer towards your hands to get your hips even higher. And then keep that lengthening as you're trying to lower your heels down at the same time. Nice. The next one now is just to help us bring our knees down towards the ground. So lift up 1 more time for me, please. Maybe adjust the feet a little. They can go a little bit further back or forward so that when you come forward into a plank type position, your wrists and shoulders are in one line. So you might need to wriggle a little bit or a lot. Just see how you go. Nice. And just do a little check. Let me hold you here for a moment. This is me giving into gravity and collapsing down. Now I want you to have a conversation with gravity and push up and away like you're inflating up, up, up. Activate the legs. They're very strong now after that little warm-up we did earlier. And now we're going to slowly hover down the knees for maybe 5 counts. 5, 4, 3, 2, 2.5, 2 3/4, 1, and down. Well done. And stretching back into a little child's pose or shell stretch here. You could even bring knees together and rest your forehead down. Or clasp your elbows and rest up a little bit higher on your forearms if you like. A few slow breaths here. Well done. And keep you going. And then coming up onto hands and knees. So just aligning once again your wrists with your shoulders and now also your knees with your hips. A few little cat stretches here. Inhale, lengthening one way into a mini back bend. And exhale, curling under. Get that lovely arch. Inhale, lengthening through. And exhale, curling up. Couple more like this. Lengthen through, you can look up. And curling the other way, you can look towards your belly button. Couple more like this, just making sure everything feels nice. Lovely. And we can also do a little sideways C curve once you find that neutral spine in between, where you're not arching one way a lot or the other, somewhere in between where you both your back muscles and your abdominal muscles are supporting you here. And then it's a little sideways C curve, so you might look towards the outside of one hip and then come back to center and the other. You know, this is the one where I say, you know, if you had a tail, it's like you're just checking out your tail. And the other way. You know you might get to meet my cat here. We'll see, he's out and about at the moment. One more each way. Nice. And then what we'll do here is I'd like you to step your right leg forward, step one leg to the front and create that right angle shape with both the front leg and the back leg. And that scooping under idea with the pelvis to get that stretch on the front of the left hip flexor and the quad there. And nice and tall, lifting up here. This could be enough, or you might come a little bit further forward. Take care with your knees too. Remember, you can also roll the mat or have a towel handy when we do these as well, because that's quite handy as well. So, oh yes, and let's add a little side bend to this today. So if your right leg is in front, then it's the opposite arm. Your left arm is going to reach up, shoulders down and back, and over towards your bent leg. So over towards your right. That other arm can just be on the side. So left arm over to the right, get that side bend. Stretch here. And then come back. Before we go to the other side, one more variation. Curl your toes under at the back. Come forward into a fold with your hands down so you can lift the left knee off the floor. A runner's lunge here. Step the back foot in a little bit perhaps so you're nice and steady, because we're going to come up into a little bit of a balancing act here. Coming all the way up. Now remember what it felt like, a little bit what it felt like when you did that stretch on the floor a moment ago. So bend that left thigh, that scooping under action as well. Good. And you know, while I have you here, inhale, you're going to draw up through the legs. We're building stability through your ankles. Yes, I don't mind if this gets a little bit wobbly while we're doing that. And then you're going to bend through that left leg and the right, and then you're going to draw up and straighten both. Bend into it. Ooh, this could be fun. And up. Couple more like this. And we can even start to add arms. You could reach the arms out to the side, little T shape with the body, and then down, for example. Flying out, use your wings, and then close them again. Whereas some of you, when I need you, you're always very good at keeping count. We're probably already 7 by now, you know. Let's pretend, so this is 8. Whew. Make sure we do at least 10 and 9. Oh. One more, you're doing great. And then you could rest your hands on your hips. Keep this position, the stability here through your torso, but just think to press that back heel down towards the floor to get an extra stretch here. Now that standing back bend we did at the start of the session, you bring it in here is the other option. So you could have arms forward, first option, or you might reach up, it was the right angle, and down, elbows towards the hip bones, even, could be helpful here. If this is enough, it's enough, or reach out with your arms. You could even turn the palms away from you. Get an extra stretch here, and balance, well done. Palms back, bring back to right angle, down. Oh, how was that? I hope you liked it. We just have the other side to go. So come on back down. We could go in through a little chair pose, into a fold, little downward dog stretch. And then coming down, slowly bring the knees down and step your left leg in front for that first stretch, or the other leg. Create right angle shape with both the front and the back leg here. That's scooping under action and get that initial stretch. Oh, I hope you like that. So forward here to get the right hip flexor stretch and the right thigh, as the left one now is keeping us steady, or the opposite, depending on what you're doing. Remember to look after that knee on the floor if it needs a little bit of extra support and cushioning. As the other thing, remember that's helpful, is that idea of lifting up and away. So we're not compressing down with our body weight and gravity, but we're lifting up and away with it. Forward a tiny bit if that's comfortable for you, to go in a little bit deeper there. Nice. And then we also added the side bend here. So if I have, for example, my left leg in front, the right arm now will reach up and over. The left arm can just be on the side. It is a balancing act. Take care. A few slow breaths here. Good. And then slowly come back. Come into a fold. Bringing your hands on either side of that foot at the front. Curl your toes under at the back. We're going to transfer that to standing now. So in this lunge position, find your balance coming up. Now that back leg, the right leg is bent. So similar feeling to what it was like on the ground, but you're up. And we're using this now for strength and balance as well. So it was inhale, for example, you're going to draw up through the legs. It will challenge balance a little bit. And exhale, bend through that right leg and the left, of course, at the front. Inhale, coming up. And exhale. And if we wish, we can add arms as well. So we can do new arms to work at different muscle groups. So shoulders, arms into the shoulders. Of course they're going to be in the shoulders. What I mean is sometimes remember we reach out and extend beyond our shoulder socket, tuck them in, bring them in. And then it will be lifting up as the arms go behind you. Then perhaps when you go into that lunge, turn the palms to face forward and up. Down and back as you rise, forward and up. And by now we're probably already halfway through, at least to 6. Let's see if we can get at least 10 here as well. And probably 8, 9, and 10. I know you're working. Good. Well done. And I think we've done the other side as well. So check it out for me as here. You can take a stretch and balance, so you can find a wall or a seat to do it as well here. So grab a hold of one foot or ankle. Bring knee next to knee, nice and close. Remember here, while you're there, I'll just show you from the side. Sometimes we arch the over-arch the lower back. Keep that support, and even if that means the knee comes in front, you'll still get the stretch where we need it. So it doesn't have to be right next to it. It can be a little bit in front. A few more slow breaths here. Keep that support. If you like, you can even take that other arm to hold on to that same foot. Good. And slowly release. Same idea on the other side. So take the other foot or ankle. And once again, that support through your abdominal, so we're not overarching through the lower back. And that might mean that the knee goes a little bit further forward than the supporting leg one. Or you might slowly work it in the same line. And perhaps even take that other hand if you're doing the full balancing act. Otherwise, please feel free to use a chair or a wall here. Because you worked your legs, let's make sure we get that lovely stretch here before the next thing. Good. And slowly ease out of it. Now I did promise floor work, so we're getting there. We're going to do one more thing here when it comes to balance. So you can have a chair or a wall or just the air. What will happen is, for example, step the right leg in front, left leg back. It's that shorter stance. It's not a long lunge, coming a little closer, because now this is about weight bearing on that front leg and glute work. So rib to hip connection, keep the abdominal support here and the back muscles helping you here. You can find something to balance with in front, or you can keep the arms out to the side. Going onto the toes at the back, so there's a slight bend through the front leg, and just check that your knee's not going in front of your toes. So it is more about the glutes and the leg muscles working here. And then we're just going to do little toe taps. You're going to lift down and up with that back leg and keep it as active and straight as you can. That's probably 3 and 4, 5, 6 and 7, 8, 2 more. Well done. And now this could be enough, or one more. Can we keep that same strength and stability even when that other leg, the left leg, if the right one's in front, goes further back. All right, this will be fun. So you can keep it, the arms by your side, or just see how it's easy for you to balance, or you can reach for something in front of you. I'll leave that to you. So wherever you are, that back leg now is lifting off the floor, and that's the starting position. Now you're going to pulse up from there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pretend you're sitting back into a chair with that right sit bone at the front. Ooh, going a little deeper. Maybe even reach the arms forward or up over the seat. Now, can we weight lift ourselves up from this thing? Push the ground away from you. Ah, come on. Shall we do the other side? Just one more side to go. So again, you can use a seat and changing the legs over. So left leg in front or the other leg. A shorter stance to begin with while we build this thing up, and then we'll go for something a little bit bigger. So here we are, bending through that front leg. Remember that it's like that small, that chair position, high chair. Barstool, my apologies. We prefer that, don't we? And then reaching that right leg back. Rib to hip connection here. Keep that support through abdominals and back muscles together with the glute work. You can balance here. And it was the leg lifts with the toe taps on the floor. And that's probably already 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now, that was a bonus one I always like to put in a few extras for good luck and for extra strength. And that's why I love this so much. Anyhow, the next one is a longer stance, but the same stability, the same strength and balance working. So let's give it a go. You're going to lift off, and this is your starting position. Now reach through that back leg that's almost like kicking back, and whether you have balance or no support at the front, you're going to pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Going a little bit deeper. You can use support. And then we're going to weight lift ourselves up off this lunge position. Pushing off. And just down. Now, have we given our bodies here, especially the glutes, something to stretch on the floor? I hope so. So come on down, please, now. Lovely. Let's do today let's do a nice little double cross leg position here. And I'll turn around this way for you. So what you do, remember, if this is an ordinary cross leg, for this one, you take the feet further forward and perhaps wriggle the feet away from each other, flexing the feet. You can start it with the hands behind your body, fingertips to help you remember to lift up tall through your spine. Inhale as you exhale, slowly coming forward here. Think length through the spine, a diagonal long line from the crown of your head through to the tail of your spine. Breathe through it. Well done. A few more slow breaths here. You might notice after a little while you begin to deepen in this. Keep anchoring down through your lower back. You stay there for me. Keep down through the lower back. Nice. And then prepare to slowly come up, and we'll do the other side. So just change the cross leg over. Remember, you can take the feet a little bit further forward, wriggle them apart. First lengthening up, nice and tall. Draw in through your abdominals, anchor down through your sit bones as you go into more of a diagonal line, or really wherever your body goes. Yep, this is where I'm starting to get the release through the hips. Just listen to that, please. And all things in good time. You'll slowly deepen into your stretching as well. What's more important is that balance and the support through the body. So then as we progress with these, we do things well, and enjoyable because we're not trying to strain and overreach for something we haven't paved the way for yet. And yeah, and that's why it's really great to just to keep going together, basically, step by step. A few more slow breaths here. This is where I do the little reminder for those of you who have gone in quite deeply with this. Keep remembering to anchor down and look after the back of the neck too if you're folding quite deeply, so we're not arching through the neck so much, trying to lead the movement, the stretch with the chin, but there's a sense of lengthening through the back of the neck as well. Good. Oh, I hope that feels nice. Look after your knees too. This is more about the hips, so if this doesn't agree with you and you do the session again, remember you can also just switch it and do your figure 4 stretch, yeah? So that's another alternative here to keep in mind and remember for next time. For now, let's just do diamond shaped legs, lifting up nice and tall with your spine. And if you like, you can even lift your heels off the floor there and toes down. That's a little extra. So for now, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, curve back, shoulders down and back. Draw in through your abdominals. And then inhale, reach all the way up. Turn the palms away from you, sweep and open. Inhale to reach and rise. Exhale, turn the palms away from you. Oh, the sound effects are optional. They always help me keep breathing. Good, and open. That's probably already at least 3 and 4. We're just going to do 5 of these and keep it here now. Shoulders down and back. Now, extend one leg. Extend the other leg. You can have the legs about shoulder width apart. Reach through your toes so everything's nice and active. Keep drawing in through your abdominals and just nice placement for the arms and the shoulders here. Shoulders down and back. Chin just gently tucks in. You could even look towards your belly button. And while, you're sitting down here, you might notice some things are working. Now let's see, we have options today. How about we start to float off one leg at a time? Think length, like someone's drawing your foot away before heart. So everything's still active and down. It doesn't need to be very high. Think someone's drawing that leg away from you before it even lifts up. Whew. This could become a new favorite for us. And alternate. We'll do 3 good ones on each side. Keep scooping in. That's it. And the other one. Good. Coming up. Flex the feet a little stretch, just in case that was a little bit too much excitement all at once. Drawing through your lower abdominals. Get a nice stretch here. Oh, hope you like this. Remember, you can bend the legs if the hamstrings are, we've yet to lengthen them a little bit more, so take care. And then coming up. Now, I can't let you go with one, I need to give you one more variation here. Inhale as you exhale, curve back again, reach through the toes, active through the legs. Now, we're going to bring this strength together with flexibility. How exciting. Keep drawing in through your abdominals. That lengthening up, good, and maybe until you find the back of the leg. Interlace the fingers behind the back of the leg. Scoop in through your abdominals. Now I want you to push the leg into your hands until maybe that gets some muscles working to lift you up. Then curve right back again. Ooh, I just made this one up for us today. I didn't plan this one. How exciting. Leg down. Into the hands, shoulders down and back. Keep scooping in. Strong. That leg is pressing down while the hands are trying to pick up the leg. Good. And then you go somewhere in between where it might shake. I don't know if we've done 3 yet, so let's make sure we do at least 3. One last one here. Good. Scooping in. Press the leg down strong into the hands, and the arms are strong in opposition to support you coming up. And you can see down the track, this can go places. And then just come up for now, give it a shake. Before we go to the other side, inhale as you exhale, curve back, scooping in, nice, and reach up, think length, holding on, and the leg is strong down, strong, and the arms are equally strong to help find lovely opposition in the body and create this new shape. Curl back. Legs strong, arms, upper body strong as well. Your core is helping you here. Back muscles as well now. Even more. Well done. One more just to make sure we've done enough. Curl back. And up. Fun. And yeah, down the track you can do things here. And down the track we can take this to lying down. So lying down, speaking of which, coming down. Legs bent, heels just below your knees or slightly in front. Just make sure your spine is nice and lengthened here. Give yourself a big hug. Hug one leg in, hug the other. Even gently rock from side to side. You've done beautifully today. Good. And circles, little circular movements. Draw imaginary circles on the ceiling with your knees in one direction for a few. And then the other way as well. And then press, for example, the left foot back down with the knee bent. And like you did a moment ago, but now this is much more relaxed, interlace the fingers behind the right leg, for example, and stretch up through that leg, wherever it's comfortable. The foot is in neutral now, so it doesn't need to point a lot or flex a lot. And then if you like, you can also stretch that opposite leg down now. Let's see how it's feeling. Down the track, that previous exercise you did means we can curl up and do fun stuff here, come up and down. I'm just planting the idea. And then the other side, swapping over, hug it in and then interlace the fingers behind that left leg. Foot in neutral for now, it's just releasing the hamstring a little bit more. And then that opposite leg, if it's comfortable for your lower back, you can straighten it out. You don't have to. Please look after yourself. And just enjoy the stretch through your body. And then down the track we can do fun stuff here if we want. More fun stuff. Because we did so many different things today. And then hugging both in again. And then you can start to rock and roll with this one a little bit. In Pilates they call it roll like a ball. But I quite like roly-polies, really. They're good fun. Massaging the muscles through your back and a bit of core, a bit of strength here and momentum. Or if you just start continuing on with a little bit of a lie down, take nice slow deep breaths. It depends on the day. And then of course you might reach a point where you go, I'm up. Or simply come up please in a little diamond shaped legs here, lifting up nice and tall. A few nice breaths in and a few nice breaths out. And we just keep going with that, one step at a time each day. Inhale as you exhale, you can even take a fold here, get a stretch. And with this type of stretch, you can, while you're there, I'm just turning sideways, you can stay more upright with the arms behind you, your body to stretch and open up here, your posture. Or if it's quite comfortable, you could even thread the arms underneath, so your forearms rest down and take the outside of your feet, and you can stretch in a little bit further. And I always like this one because it echoes in here. And then prepare, well done, wherever you are, just slowly come up. If you're up, just also stretch the legs in front. Give it a good shake. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again very soon. Look after yourself, and thank you for working out and stretching with me today. See you soon. Bye-bye.